Alright, YouTube, guys, girls, older people, younger people, everybody in between, what is going on, you beautiful people? Now, in today's video, this may look a little different. David, whoa, the composition, we have the laptop, we have the mic, we have the camera, we have this massive space up here. What is this for, David? What is that space for? It is for that, okay? What we're doing, guys, in today's video, in the title you read, Boxing Videography, is we are breaking down one of my latest commercial clips with my trainer, my boxing trainer, Tristan, through showing you guys the video that we produced. Okay, so we're going to be breaking down three main sections in this video, and that is the overall flow of the video, that is the color grade, and that is the sound design. So let me shut up, play the video for you guys. It's 1 minute long, and then we together through this screen recording will break it down and explain those three sections: flow, color grade, and sound design. So enjoy this video, guys. See you back here in a sec.
This is late.
Finally got it, babe, boy.
Alright, so now that you guys have seen that video, I hope you guys enjoyed. Pretty dope 1 minute video, if I say so myself. If you guys are following the Instagram, you would have seen this. Come on, David Hammond Visuals, always down below. Now, if you guys can check by the screen recording right here, we have the video actually pulled up in Final Cut Pro. Now, guys, if you're using Premiere or anything else, Premiere as in, sorry, I said it fast. If you're using Premiere or any other editing software, do not worry, because the way I edit is very universal and can be applied to any editing software. That said, guys, I have a screen recording. Let's break this down, as I do have the raw clip right here. So first off, guys, let's talk about flow. Now, flow, guys, is something in and of itself that can be a little subjective, right? What do I mean by flow? When I mean flow, guys, I simply mean the flow from clip A to clip Z, why everything matches out. If you noticed in this video, there were three main sections or parts, okay? The first section, guys, was Tristan warming up or shadowboxing in the ring, okay? This is number one, very important. The second area, location, or flow, right here. This was Tristan now hitting the heavy bag, okay? We had him doing some kicks. And the third, way of flow, or the third, story of the video was him hitting the bag, okay? Now, the reason I'm telling this to you guys is because flow in and of itself is something very important. In this video, what I try to replicate is what Tristan or the client themselves would naturally do. So in this video, Tristan naturally, the first thing he did was he jumped into the ring, okay? He just, I guess he was warming up. I guess you could consider it that. Before you want to hit bags, right? Again, I'm not a professional boxer. I don't really know this stuff, but I'm assuming they're just going to practice warming up, mobility, shadow boxing. So that's what he did. Then after that, he began to hit the heavy bag. Okay, he began to kick, work on his kicks. Then he worked on his punches. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because a lot of times it gets overlooked, and people they have this big jumble of everything all together. So in the video, the first thing they may do is already kick the bag, and then they come back to then warming up, and then they punch the bag, and then they do this. Again, it's not a huge deal. You can do that if that's what you're going for, but for my own sake, I like there to be a nice linear flow in my commercial work. I don't like things to be jumbled or just follow an unnatural flow that you naturally would not do. Like if you're playing soccer, I would normally film you warming up first before you kick the ball. I wouldn't, for the most part, just film you going full in, kicking, doing crazy stuff, and then warming up after. Does that make sense? So I'm going to digress there. All right, so now moving away from flow onto the second section, this is color grading. Now, guys, full disclosure, I used a LUT by a guy named Jacob Owens. It's called Heavy Green. I'm going to link them all down below. Obviously, I paid for them. I used my own money. I'm not being paid to say this. They're amazing LUTs. I love them. I believe he's actually having a sale right now on his website by the time this comes out. I think all of his LUTs on his store is 75% off, which is just crazy, the timing. I bought a pack called Bundles 1 through 5, so I got like 60 LUTs from him. And I believe, again, they're like 75% off for you guys. I'm not telling you to get this, and I understand that most of you probably will not get this. So I actually replicated it. I found a way so you can do it by yourself for free. I'm sure it's not as good, and he has a bit of extra secret sauce in there. But in case some of you guys don't want to get it, I found kind of like a basic way to like replicate it. So you guys notice with the screen here, there are some greens in the highlights. I kind of went for this slight matrixy, grungy green feeling, which really are just, you know, in a nutshell, it's just you add a bit of greens to the highlights and you make, you bring the shadows down. So here's with the LUT, okay, you guys can look on the screen here. Here's a before and after. So before, after, which from a nutshell, just visually looking at it, the midtones, everything's brought down a little bit, midtone shadows, and there's a bit of green in the highlights. So I just replicated that right here, which, I mean, I'll play it, and you guys probably won't even know when it's that LUT versus when I did it. Yeah, it looks the exact same to me. So this clip right here, same exact thing. If you guys are looking over here on Final Cut or any editing software where you can manipulate this stuff, I slightly brought the highlights to the green side. Now, of course, again, there are probably some extra things he's doing, but that's that on a nutshell. And if you want, you can bring down the shadows or the midtones or things like that. But that's really it for color grading, guys. It's super simple. And the reason, again, for green in the highlights is just personal preference. I think it looked really cool. It looked very grungy, matrixy, very cool, like, because he was in an old school pound for pound gym. You know, it's not a very upbeat, happy gym like we actually filmed down the road. So because of that, I wanted a very, just again, like I said, for lack of better terms, grungy, raw, desolate, hungry, scary vibe. And to me, greens, you know, they replicate that. So that is it. Excuse me, for section 2, guys, of this video. So now moving on to the last part, guys. This is sound design, okay? Now with sound design, guys, this is even more simple. Could not be easier. If you can look here on my screen, I only have one clip, and this is a copyright-free song. It's called Don't by Bryson Tiller and Black Type Beat Product. Yeah, it's a song I got, okay? What you can do, guys, if you are interested in more of these kind of like raw, trappy style beats, is just on YouTube, type in free rap instrumental beat or just free instrumental beat. I mean, that's exactly what I do, and in the title itself, it usually has in big bold letters, it says free in it. I use tons of songs like that because I actually have a buddy who produces his own music, and that's what he does, and there are tons of people like that, which it's really amazing. So that was it. The music choice, the reason I liked it was because it was very, again, it was you know, it's very hard explaining why you want to choose something, but to me, it symbolized rawness, but elegance and beauty, you know, because fighting to me is still an art form, you know, but it's an art form in like a war zone, you know. So if you listen to it at the beginning, we had piano, which was something very beautiful, which you normally wouldn't hear, right? So something very beautiful and cinematic. But then, if you noticed after that, it then went in hard. Okay, so right when Tristan began getting serious, excuse me, when he was kicking the bag and he was going ham, that's when the beat hit, and that's when it started getting super crazy, right? Which I really enjoyed. So, if you notice, and what I did, guys, and what you guys can do to make it even more effective, your video work, is you can time up or be, you know, play with your music. So for me, like I told you guys, the music was very cinematic. It was beautiful, but still powerful and grungy. And I used that to my advantage. I timed up all of my clips to that, okay? So I actually changed the pace of the clips. At the very beginning, all the piano stuff was when he was just by himself. He wasn't hitting any bags. He was just practicing his shadow boxing, okay? Very cinematic, beautiful, more slower pace. The second that beat hit was right when he was kicking the bag. Like, even listen to the timing of this. Like, right when he kicks the bag, it just, we got a bad boy, and it just cracks the beat, right? And then a lot of the kicks are actually in sync with the song. There's one. Right? So not every kick was in sync, but that's what we did there. And then the same thing happened when he started to kick or started to punch the bag, right? The song began to change a little bit. So here we go. right? Very, very, very simple. And then at the very end, we have a nice back to 24 frames and then cut to black. There we go. And guys, that is it for the video. Now, first off, I want to apologize if it seems a little scattered or it seemed a little all over the place. This is my first time making one of these editing style videos on the channel in quite some time, so it will get better as time goes on. But I hope this was able to help you guys, give you a little bit more context into how I shoot commercial videos, how I edit them, kind of my thought process behind them with the flow, with the color grading, with the sound design. Again, guys, keep things simple. It doesn't have to be too crazy. Everything really is more so in camera or when you're actually shooting, and that's also why you guys notice I have the other videos which are, you know, on the field basically. So the other videos after this, it's, you know, I brought the GoPro, I have that strapped up. I actually speak of more of the in-camera stuff, which is actually more important than the editing in my opinion, because editing is just bringing that vision together, okay? But I still think nonetheless it's good to have some editing clips to show you guys that, like, yes, I do edit my stuff. I don't just shoot it and just smack it and put it away. Like, there is some thought that goes into this. So I will film or make more of these editing clips if you guys found them useful. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Do give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend, and if you guys are interested, guys, be on the lookout because courses are coming your way, okay? We have 4 courses. This included, this is going to be one of them. This would be called the commercial course because this is a commercial video. We have the commercial course, the short film course, the music video course, and the documentary course coming your way. So if you like this, stay tuned for those, okay? I'll update you guys when they come out. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope this helped. I love all of you guys, and I will see you soon. With that said, much love. Till then, peace.